Final Fantasy, I am your host, as always, Nekoskilla, or Scutahawk, or Doggoskilla, if you follow the Twitch, and we're back in Worlds of Final Fantasy.
That hurt my ear, by the way.
I'm sorry. As you can tell, Kip is here.
And he's yelling.
I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't a yell, it was a yell that popped.
That's unfortunate. If you're wondering why we're in Cornelia, I was getting a quick person quest done for the stream, just because it's literally seconds of running in a circle. But now we can do the real. Okay. I may or may not have just teleported from the one area to the same area. Big brain plays. God, I'm dumb. Alright. The finger whistle crisis.
The finger whistle crisis.
Yeah, that's what it's called. That's what it is. Oh no, I hit a button. So I just oopsed, and as I was pasting the stream to the Discord, at some point I hit the fast forward button.
Oops.
Tidus is a dweeb. Tidus is teaching her stuff. He's also an asshole. Jeez. Tidus being super excited about everything for some absurd reason.
Did you say Tidus?
Yep. Yep.
I mean, aside from him having his entire world shattered and then him being...
In this game, he's unreasonably happy about everything.
Again, he was happy about everything before everything got fucked, and then he was kind of ish happy, but only from here and there. He wasn't always happy. So that's probably the best outcome, Tidus, not the fuck everything's dead, Tidus.
Not the actual end of the game, Titus.
I mean, Titus kind of had to become Sin, so yeah. No spoilers, considering that game is ancient. Get over it.
I beat the first one and he didn't become Sin, because that's how that game ends. They defeat Unalesca and then Sin is taken out of the picture altogether.
I thought it was something along the lines of Sin always had to exist in the world, and because of the fact he killed
So,
Sin,
the way it works in the plot is Braska, Yuna's dad, gets Jicht, Titus's dad, to become the final Aeon, which is Sin. However, if you don't do that, and you don't make the final Aeon, it dies. Unfortunately, the way to do that is to kill God. Luckily, it's a Final Fantasy game, and that's totally an actual thing you can do.
It's a Final Fantasy game, aka they really, really hate religion.
Yes. It's a Final Fantasy game, therefore killing God is not the worst possible thing.
I don't care, just kill it.
Kill it with what? Fire, sword, cannon, take your pick.
Aside from like the elementals, like, you know,
Sheva and Ramu.
Yeah, like aside from them existing with their elements attached to them and that being a good thing, they're evil. Aside from them making the world work slightly and then hitting each other in the throat every 10 seconds, they're okay. But they still kind of suck.
It's really interesting that you bring that point up, because in 13 there's actually an instance where you see Titan, and it's stated that he's actually a big part of the ecosystem, and if he wasn't there, then it wouldn't work.
Yeah, it'll fall apart. It'd just be constant earthquakes and shit.
Like, it would die. Yeah. But then when you actually go to have any kind of engagement with Titan, he's kind of like Caesar, where he doesn't necessarily give a shit what you do so long as you kill other things for his enjoyment. Which is both awesome and very strange. Until you realize that the Titan quests are some of the hardest ones in the game. F those. On a positive note, though, I just killed Bismarck, also known as Moby is a dick. I'm not wrong. Just not necessarily as accurate, the most accurate depiction of it. It's, the way they pronounce Titus in this game is Titus. So when they say it and it's supposed to be long-winded, it does not sound correct. Now Yuna is trying to learn how to whistle, but she sucks. Now she's laughing at him. Ace, we can now get Bismarck and finish the Sharkwell Mirage board, which is awesome because it's a big boy that we just gained access to. I literally just did the same goddamn thing I did like 1 or 2 streams ago again. Man, I suck.
So you didn't actually save that day? We were like, oh god, I hope I save.
No. So in one of the other streams, I was doing intervention quests. I beat a certain mission that gave me a memento, and then I completely gapped that I have to turn in the quest and get the memento given to me in order to get the evolution.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one. Positive note now, I have a big-ass whale. With Breach Blast. Which just sounds fun. And Crusher. Ooh. I wonder, does he count as large or extra large? I think he counts as XL. Beard. Odin's beard, we have a problem.
Do we though?
I mean, we might.
Also,
might have a little bit of a problem.
The Sekiro animated theme is literally just the cover animated.
Hey, it's...
I'm a little sad about it. I didn't say I was super sad about it. What the fuck was that?
What did we get for, KH3?
We get a Keyblade and a theme, which is a mech theme.
Well, I'm curious.
It opens cool, but then after it sits, it's not. It's just kind of meh.
It's just a thing that's there.
Unless you go like consistently up to your friends list at the top, which then has an animation for it, which is kind of nice. But it's also not like super fantastic, because it's still just PNGs at the end of the day.
That's your knowledge of coding dicking with you.
No, you'll see it. It's literally just PNGs. Like, it's just movable PNGs.
Dumbass.jpg. Ow. Oh, good. They sent the two of the three most edgy swordsmen out on a quest to ask people questions. Best idea. Cloud, blonde spiky hair that can point your eyes out, and Lightning. Best thing about her is her hair is pink, and that looks semi-positive, except for when you realize that makes you look crazy. They learned that the evil mirage devastating the town went toward the mountain. Meanwhile, Sephiroth went the other way.
Sephiroth.
Exactly. And Cloud straight up is like, you know what? I don't need to do my job. I don't need to save my friends. I'm gonna go kill Sephiroth, maybe. Reference to Final Fantasy VII, yay!
What, an angel?
Sort of.
Sorry.
They reference the instance where Sephiroth kills Aerith. And, Terra's like, hey, Cloud, Don't be an idiot.
Yep.
If you're a fucking idiot, we all die. If you're smart, nobody else dies. Be smart. Meanwhile, Cloud's like, but revenge.
Basically.
Hey, for the people who were here for the last stream, you'll recognize this, sort of. Now, we get to, do battle with Titan, kind of, sort of, maybe. Not really. Age Master Supreme doing what he do. Well, it's time to fight! An ant champion? This is Iron Muscles. It's Titan, but not really.
Real fake.
Maybe the one day you'll meet him in an expansion. Oh, wait. Wait. Can't go talking about that, Tama. I love that she's straight up like, you might meet some in an expansion. That would be hilarious. What are you trying to think up there, Koiba?
No, never mind.
God damn it. What's with you people and not finishing your thoughts?
Because there's no reason to finish this one.
I mean, there kind of is. That's the point of having a thought, not to finish the thought.
Wow, that update is $16.
Update?
That's what it's labeled as. The fucking the Maxima is an upgrade, and you can buy it for
not
$16.
update. You can, if you have the original version of Final Fantasy, you can, of World of Final Fantasy, you can purchase the upgrade so that you can have the Maxima version without having to rebuy the whole game.
Okay, that's actually 100% fine, because that's exactly the exact cost it is for buying the base game, and that DLC is 40. Okay, so that's fine. Never mind.
Your math is suck.
Well, I didn't know it was fucking $25 as a base game.
It's not that expensive. It's pretty old.
Yeah, but that's its full price.
Yeah, it's not that expensive. It's pretty old.
Also, it's funny / I forgot is that you can buy certain creatures.
Yeah, you can get a few
Which, if I
mirages.
recall correctly, there's a certain like 1 or 2 that I'm like, I want them, and I don't want to buy them.
I know that there's some, like the version I got of the game. I got a code that gave me Sephiroth, the Red Bonnet Berry, White Chocobo, and the Glow Moogle.
None of those are purchasable.
Yeah, because they're day one.
I wonder how they handle that in Maxima for the Switch, if that's just like a quest thing that you can get.
I don't know if there is any other way to get them.
They didn't have a like day one edition for that, or like a day one get extras for that.
I don't know if you can get them.
Well, normally whenever it comes to that, they do like the Dark Souls Skull of the First Sin thing, where they just add the DLC into part of the game.
Yeah, but I don't know if
Not
this
always.
would if this is that. Would literally have to get Maxima and find out. I find it really funny that with Aiko.
Yeah, that was the little shit's name.
Little horn girl.
Yeah, that was the actual summer girl.
She has this thing where she can talk to Big Bridge, which is Alexander. And then she mentions after a certain point of the game that Balam Garden is named Eden. Which, when she goes, hey, we could wake it up, talk to it, see how it's doing. You'd think she'd, like, actually try and, you know, be a little, like, trying to wake it up, put some goddamn effort into it. She's like, hey, wanna wake up, buddy? Huh? Maybe? Like, talking low doesn't wake anybody up. Have you ever tried to wake up someone that's been in a deep sleep like that?
Wake up, dumbass!
Yeah, yelling. What? Yelling might actually get you there. Whispering.
I mean, coaxing someone.
Oh no, this is almost whispering.
Some people
it's
could be,
like, and it's supposed to. She mentioned that it's like in a really deep sleep, like deeper than Alexander, who is a giant off bridge that just sleeps.
I mean,
and after the quest, like, yeah, so Eden just was like, fuck it, and went back to sleep. Baby. That's not how you wake people up. Intervene. It is kind of nice that there's, like, even some of the summons or the Aeons or Adolins or whatever that exist throughout Final Fantasy are still here, just maybe not the same way they'd normally be around. Like, Alexander is always in the games for the most part, but like in this game he is a giant bridge, but he's still here. And I think there's a reference to Exion as well.
I swear, every time I pick this spot, fucking, it's always on the other side of the map. I mean, I like this spot, and that's why I keep coming here, but every single time I do, it's like, nah, it's at the other side of the map.
It's over there. You find the hey dumbass over here era.
Cool, I got ice attached to it.
Which game is Celeste from?
Celeste is from 6.
Is that the one with the opera and ultros?
What, the Phantom Train?
The one with the opera and ultros?
Yes,
no, I'm actually asking if that's the game that has an opera and ultras,
yes.
Not. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
it is.
Then it's really funny that in
and
this specific cutscene, that Celeste says, "I'm not some opera floozy," even though she's done this before.
Yeah, but not in that life, apparently. Some of the things that in that game are not actually things that have happened yet.
They're not canonical.
Yeah, like those things haven't happened, or else half the cast would be dead.
Mm.
Some of it, not all of it, not actually half.
More
throwing a number.
Somewhere between closer
between life and death.
Little over half, depending on certain things. Because some of the Final Fantasy games have true endings. The weird thing is, Lightning is from the version of Lightning in this game is from 13 Lightning Returns, and Snow is from 13, the first one.
Normal. Yeah. We can't have old grungy Snow that's a mope. Because he can't do anything.
All versions of Snow are kind of grungy and a mope.
No.
He's still kind of mopey, depending on which part of one you're watching.
He was kind of mopey to the point where he wanted to be a hero and fucked up and decided to go against Flan because they were trying to eat their friends.
Trying to go against Flan.
And then
by that you mean
he was
the Jello monsters,
the leader of all of the last of civilization,
the rebellion,
and kind of
he's the rebels, man.
Was turning into a monster because he was holding the fucking like rift of monsters that was coming pouring through the castle by himself, and he refused to let anyone else help because he didn't want to watch anyone else die. Which eventually turned him into a monster.
It's ultras. I'm gonna light him on fire.
I thought you said Ultros was with you. Why are you lighting on fire?
I am doing an intervention quest that requires me to fight an Ultros. And the best way to defeat Ultros is to light it on fire.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because he has a 50% weakness to fire.
Got me.
Yeah, so it's a neat trick. It also does 8,000 to 9,000 damage.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's like 2 Furagas is almost his entire health bar. However, I don't know if there's any reason for that side quest to exist other than intervention quest.
I mean, you know, sometimes quests only need to be.
God damn it, Ultros. At the start of this, she didn't want to be an opera floozy. Now, she's so upset that she can't opera.
That's Celeste for you. Can't make her mind.
Trophy, inking up a stink. Okay. I think we got one more that gives us a thing. No one's tools will give us a memento. I don't want to do that one, but that's all we have left, I think.
Huh. No one's tools. Interesting. Sounds like a certain...
So... The one I don't want to do is called the Bridge of Woes. Because that's the super boss, or at least one of them. And it's kind of a form of Omega, but not really? And it's called Omega God.
Omega God. I mean, I don't think I want to ever go up against something that's called Omega God.
I don't want to fight it yet, but it's all I have left.
Well, get to it, boy. You ain't got a choice.
I don't want to.
Too bad, you ain't got a choice.
I mean, I'm not done the main campaign yet, so I have a little bit of a choice. At least everything is going okay. Oh. Oh, this is that quest. This one's sad. So, in the quest No One's Tools, we see that there is a mirage killing all of the black mages.
Black Waltz?
That's how they're treating it. So the way that it is, it's explaining that...
Why was it even called the Black Waltz to begin with? Like, that doesn't actually make sense.
I don't think it was stated. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't think they ever explained why they named that fucking thing.
In this particular case, it's just the black mages, the other VVs. And the Mirage Golem Head is searching out and destroying all of these other VVs. And they go up to actual VV, and they say, like, hey, there's a Mirage out in our training grounds killing us off. And VV's like, oh shit, we gotta fix that. And when they get there, the Golem says that all of the black mages are just tools to be disposed, that they don't have a choice.
And that's how they were created.
And Vivi's like, no, we chose to fight. We aren't tools. We did it. Suck it, nerd. I have a neat hat.
Does he ever actually go, Oh, what's it called?
Trance mode? No.
Yeah, does he ever get
I
a
don't. I don't think he gets.
He never gets a wrecked hat? Damn. Unfortunate.
I don't think he ever gets an erect hat in this.
Damn. Glows gold, he gets an erect hat.
But like, I think it'll be neat if we get to Final Fantasy IX. I don't know if I should do 9 and then 10 or 10 and then 9. If only because I've never beaten 9. I've beaten 10. So like, I know what to do. Oh, I almost ungoofed there. That could have been a bad. And a crow. What? I'm gonna do me a safety save, and then I'm gonna do me a try. It's gonna be so bad. Safety save complete. Let us commit Sudoku. Time to fight the Omega God. It's interesting that Anna Crow is just straight up talking to Alexander. Not only can she understand him thoroughly, Eiko is confused as fuck. Okay. They mention that there's, for the mirages that are huge, like Alexander, it's not just Alexander. The other giant mirages are the Lute of Ragnarok, the giant sword cannon thing. Balam Garden. And then something that's really hard to say. And also, Anna Crow can just summon Lawn and Rain. Just whenever. And so she summons them, tells them, hey, you see that right there? The big, like, Gundam-looking thing? Yeah, so that's the strongest Cogna in the world at the moment, and it's going to kick your shit in, so good luck, guys. Literally what happens in that cutscene. Omega God. It's unimprisonable, and it's fucking huge. Takes 25% more damage from lightning and water and light. However, it will eat your bacon. I have no idea if I can beat this. Not with the teams I have now. Bold maneuver. That actually didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. Alright, oh, you're weak to... Wait. Weak to lightning! Fantasia! Goo! And goop it for a ton of damage. Alright, new plan! Spam that! Atomic impact. This isn't fun. Equips itself with its bigger hand and... punch! Oh, it hurts. Retaliatory missile. 7K. No, stop using atomic impact. You might actually kill somebody. Oh god, you might actually kill somebody. Okay, what do I do to win this stupid game? I don't know. Heal up Rain is probably plan A. Bold maneuver. Lon is dead. Rain's stack is about to break. Okay, this went from something that I could actually do within a pretty reasonable way to, oh god, someone help me, oh god. Wait, you have a spell that is balance. Activate balance. Oh no, only magic does damage. Thundaja! Luckily, Thundaja does 7,000 damage. You good there, Capitan?
I won again.
You sure sound like you just about fucking finished.
That's what happens when fucking 1v1s happen. As much as I hate it.
Thundaja? Okay, what is your health at? I can't see because it's unknown.
Death.
Oh. I don't know if atomic impact is gonna kill me. I sure hope it doesn't. It did. I think that's actually a strategy I can do. I think I can kill Omega God. That's unfortunate. I didn't think I did that much. Obviously, I was wrong. Clearly, I did a hell of a lot more grinding than I thought I did. Unfortunately, I cannot obtain... I can't get more extreme versions of ethers. You know it'd be great, but isn't a thing. There was some magical, wonderful way that you could use Mega Flare just by base. Temporarily increases the XP earned by battle. I wonder how long that lasts.
I don't know. Probably either a set amount of battles or a set time.
I really hope it's the former and not the latter. However, I genuinely have no fucking idea. Oh, I almost forgot something like an idiot. Instead of going in half-cocked without my guys at the highest stat zone I can get them, I should probably get them to the highest stat zone I can get them. Alright. I guess defense 3. Water golem. Boost. Boost, boost, boost. All right, golem head. Boost. Sync boost. Boost, boost, boost. Needs all of the boosts. All right. Now.
Oh, that's really disappointing.
What happened?
I just missed.
Don't miss. I'm sorry.
my gas bag.
Oh right.
I'd almost forgotten that it was going to pop, and I literally just got here as it died.
Gotcha.
Because I totally forgot that I had
do it.
I forgot that there were 2 timers I had today, the first one of which I totally forgot, and the second one, well,
clearly.
Whatever, I can just do it again in another day and a half.
So, I don't know how I can go about doing this without getting... I'm hoping that getting 100% synchronization is good enough. Because if it isn't... Shit. Alright. I don't
no,
need
there it is. What the fuck? Wait, what? Hold the phone, hold the phone.
In the butt.
Whoa. Hey, bud. Hey, hi. Hey, you need food before you die. Here, I'll force feed you so you don't die.
I'll force feed you.
Where?
You don't have a choice.
Where did you come from? I thought you just died. Where did you come from, little guy?
Hell.
Where the hell have you been hiding?
In hell.
There isn't a twin. There isn't another twin hiding in here too, is there? You gotta tell me the truth.
Secretly, there are 8 of them. Octuplets.
Secretly, do you have
many siblings.
Oh god.
Octuplets.
I need to now look around the base to make sure that there isn't a twin or trip.
Octuplets.
No, it only goes up to trips.
Oh. Damn it.
Getting a triplet is like a 1 to 2% chance for anything.
I know, but that would have been really funny.
I mean, the first time I did it, it was double. I got twins, and I'm like, okay. Like, I didn't ask for it.
You never do.
Oh yeah, you're wandering on.
Apply faith to rain. I think I can do this pretty easily. Especially now that my stacks are like the way that they are.
You're a level
136. 3k each.
High.
Retaliatory missile. Items pop a ether for rain.
Oh cool, we got all the colors except the
Oh, the colors of the rainbow.
Yeah, he got all the colors of his mom except the belly.
Shit, I screwed up the strat.
What did you do?
I used a normal ether instead of a turbo.
Oh.
Yeah, which is enough to screw up the strat.
Yeah,
Megapot. Rain still has world's best damage source.
It's gonna be a little funnier to see. How many people immediately dropped the fucking Kingdom Hearts phone game in 2 days?
Just tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Drop it. Like, completely stop
Like
logging
a
in,
bad
stop talking
habit.
about it. Just like, we don't care Kingdom Hearts 3 is out. We're done.
I mean, that's kind of the point of it.
Well, I think there's still a little bit of lore that they're wanting to go through Union X before, you know.
They drop it like a bad habit too.
Hmm?
Before the company also drops it like a bad habit.
No, because it's making them too much money. They'll keep doing it. They just might run out of lore stuff to like implement. Because eventually they'll run out of stuff they can talk about.
You might think, but
Under
you
normal
never know.
circumstances, they will run out of stuff to talk about.
Hello, mateys and
all
mental
day.
gen. We are fighting the Omega God, and he keeps punching me in my face. It hurts.
That's very rude of him. You really should
It
not
really
do
is.
that.
You have... I don't think you can fully comprehend how much of a dick move this is. Oh god, he killed most of my team.
That's super bad. God, please stop dying. Shit.
I don't... That's a bad time.
Aneurysm over here? Like...
I mean, I'm... Super bosses be doing that to you, man.
Cause you to have an aneurysm? Wow.
A little bit, yeah.
Rude.
One more. Kill the Omega God on stream. Unfortunately, the manners go with the murder.
Yay, murder.
We did it. We killed the Omega God.
We did it. We saved the... No, wait, no.
Bridge. We saved
Weren't
the
saving
bridge.
Anything? Oh.
We cleared up his
That one?
sinus infection.
Battle
Unfortunately,
of the Big
that's it. That is one of the chapters, yeah.
The question was, did it have the music titled Battle of the Big Bridge? They were very unoriginal back then.
Worst thing is,
Although-
every time you say that, I just keep going back mentally to Duel of the Fates.
Nope.
I don't know why, but that's where I am. Obtained an Omega God Eld box. Obtained the Omega God. I now have an Omega God.
It's a god, an omega.
And it's mine. For beating the Omega God, you get him as a usable Mirage. And he is fucking huge.
AF.
He's very strong. I don't know if I could consider him busted AF, but he's very large and very in charge. It's very nice.
Actually, some really random shit in these.
So yeah, we got the Omega God. And I may very, very well add him as a part of the party because he's the Omega God. Until we get a different thing, then I'm definitely going to add that to the party. Because that's
Like-
also very cool.
You get to stay in the party as long as, you know,
Up until
another
I
god
get
doesn't
this.
come along.
Another more awesome looking god. This just looks like old Transformers fusion. Like Voltron or something. But however, it
That's
also...
topical. Voltron came back.
I know Voltron came back. I just don't know how much I care. It's been on my Netflix as an option to watch for a while. I just haven't. Like a long while, too. Well, we have obtained the Omega God.
Dun, dun, dun.
We are ninjas. A Bridge of Woes. Resist accuracy down seed. Really, the only reason to do the A Bridge of Woes quest is because of the fact that it gives you Omega God. Other than that, there's literally zero reason to think about it. Alright, out of sheer curiosity, what size? He is an XL. Alright. And how is Bishmark on his Mirage boards? Because he is an XL as well, so I may very well finish off his board and then swap him out for OG. I need that OG, dude. Alright, so, on an interesting little note now, we have done all of the intervention quests up to this point of the game.
Yay.
And all of the Coliseum stuff, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go and do a double check. Let's do a little look-see here. Oh, we're missing two. Oh, one of them isn't that bad. The other one is definitely that bad. Because one of them is fight Omega Bane, which is actually pretty easy. The other one, though, is fight Super Ultima Weapon, and yeah. He's actually a problem. Big problem. Really, really annoying big problem. Okay, what is our... We need to find the closest to the town with the cathedral. Well, where'd be the closest town with a cathedral?
Good question. I don't know, boo-boo.
I don't know, buddy. Let's fucking figure that shit out real quick. It's not Figaro Castle. We broke the one there. Is it? No, it's not Nibelheim either, I don't think.
Nibelheim?
Where the what? Where? Airship. Fuck, it is Nibelheim, I think.
You mean Nibelheim?
Did you just call it Nibelheim?
I'm not the only one.
That doesn't change the fact that that's something you just said out loud.
Yeah, Nibelheim.
Alright, I'm just making sure. Double checking. Making a positive sure. Alright. This is Sean Toto's place. I straight up don't remember where I'm supposed to go for this. Oh. I don't know, but there's something over there that is a quest. So I guess I'll go and figure that out. What are you? The young Mirage Hunter wants to see a little white neck. Luckily, I'm pretty sure if I don't already have enough, I can easily get enough money to just go and buy a ton more Seraphones. It's a white neck. Yeah, have 3k gil. Alright, so the next thing he wants to see is a water toad. It's weird, but we'll do more of this off cam, because he just wants me to show him some mirages. The first one's a white knack, which is fine, because it's A, adorable, and B, very good. Unfortunately, I still don't necessarily remember where I'm supposed to go to find the cathedral. While we're back in Ninewood Hills, though, I'll make sure to swap the white knack back to being Bismarck, so that he can get experience and stuff. Travel. Is it this one? Shit, dog, I don't know. Feed for 5 mirages in Valley 7. Do that laters. Where am I going? What do you people need me to do? Find the closest town with a cathedral. I, unfortunately, might actually need to look this up, because apparently I'm mentally deficient and can't figure it out myself.
What was the...
I need to find a town with a cathedral.
That's big as gall shit.
Exactly. And I have an airship now, so that tells me even less.
That really depends on what, like, Final Fantasy you're talking about. Also, for certain old ones, what counts as an actual cathedral. Because they didn't actually model them any different.
I thought maybe it would be Besaid. It is not. I thought maybe the next possibility would be Nibelheim. It was not.
Didn't have one. It had a mansion, not a...
Man, I don't know. I just want to find the damn thing.
All things considered, in 7 there was no cathedral. Unless you count the stupid place where Eric dies, which I don't count.
Everything is sad.
That was an ancient cathedral, not like modern day version of a cathedral. I don't know if that's classified because of the fact
Man, I just want to know where to go so I can plot. That's it.
No, I know. I'm aware.
Okay, I figured it out.
Yay!
It took me a minute and Google, but I got it. What I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to go to Nibelheim and then exit. And by following the path down toward the south, I can find another village. This one has a cathedral. Or this is the cathedral. I don't know. I don't really know what Agathir counts as. All I know is there's a big ass church.
I was gonna say, that doesn't ring a bell to me.
the Babel region. And there are mirages, the everywheres. Let's kill them all.
You know, I'm gonna find it really, really, really hard to break from just doing cute shit to actually be able to continue that game. And I finally get it.
I swear to God, if I may actually
do an Altama run, I will not care.
Unfortunately, that's actually a possibility, and I think there's a speedrun type for it. I think there's a speedrun category for Altama. Like not a Tama only run, but
yeah, Tama's always in the party.
Yeah,
or
Tama is always somewhere in your stack. Regardless of what your stack is, Tama is always the small in the stack.
And it's literally the first thing you get. I'm assuming it's not good in the late game.
Actually, depends on what you mean by late game.
Super boss quality.
Then yes, it is. Because Tama does have an evolution.
Is it so cute?
I'll explain after the stream so I don't spoil it if people don't know.
Oh,
or you can watch the stream so that because you don't know, you can get to see it at some point. Because I should be there in the next weekend. Because I'm not that far from where that happens. Because it is part of plot that Tama evolves.
Interesting.
Tama is very important to the story of the game. Unfortunately, so is Seraphy.
Oh, I mean, kind of cute little fairy. Kind of mean, but...
Oh yeah, no, she's bitch, but like, she's very important. Actually, it's very important that she's bitchy.
That's super stupid. Is it order and chaos?
No. There are...
Good.
So there are two fairies that exist, and they're both important, but one is Seraphy and the other is not.
Got it.
Because something that we've already seen is Awen, your sister, kind of, has a fairy like Seraphy, but not Seraphy and not related to Seraphy. It's just also a fairy, and it's when you see Awen ditch you because she's mad, you get to see what Seraphy will turn into. As at the moment when you meet Seraphy is a fairy, just a little pixie. Neat, cute, not that important. But the evolution, the diva fairies, they look much more grown. We're learning that Shulk is an architect. Kind of. And also churches are evil. You gotta love it when Shinra takes you in. You can also tell this is a Final Fantasy game, if you couldn't figure it out by any of the characters, that there's a lot to do with crystals. Lots to do with crystals, and they're very important crystals, because it's always very important fucking crystals. Final Fantasy 1, crystals. Final Fantasy 2, still, you got the crystals that make people heroes. In 3, I don't know, I didn't play 3. In 4, I think, it's either 4 or 6 or something. Somewhere between 4 and 6, all of the summons come from crystals. In 7, the materia are gems that come from crystals. Crystals are always part of the series. It's weird. Fight me, little fox!
It's a little rude.
She calls you a pussy. Fight me, little fox. Not nearly as fast or as diverse as I did, but that's effectively what she's saying. If you don't think you're the strong enough, you should go out and collect more of the mirages. Also notice, don't be a pussy. I ain't no pussy. Fight me, little fox. Now we are in what is technically the last dungeon of the game. The Chain Roads. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that there's actually items in the Chain Roads. So, as much as you probably want to just get through here because this area is stupid, you need to look around to see if there's stuff. Just in case there is stuff. Because if there's stuff and you miss that stuff, that might have been good stuff. And now you'll never know.
That's the good stuff.
And considering how far into the game this is, it probably is the good stuff. Considering, again, it's technically the last dungeon of the game. Man, that actually took a while, and I'm pretty sure I have lure on. Jeez. Oh, and it's just a I think it's called a Magna Rotor and a lead gnome. I really should have changed out the golem head. You know what? I'm gonna do a quick double back to the thing because I want to make sure that the guys I have in my team are actually getting experience that matters, and not I have a guy with a golden star and I don't need him to level up anymore.
I've got a jar of dirt.
I've got a jar of dirt. I've got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it? Yeah, I remember all of that, and it's really unfortunate. I am going to put that in here. Man, I wish that something I have on my team, anything, had a joyride.
Isn't that one of the speed up things?
That is one of the speed up things. That is technically that is the run button. Unfortunately, it's only on certain mirages, and they all have different speeds in which they run. So, like, if you have, say, a flan, you can ride on the flan, but it's gonna be slow as hell because it's slime, and slime is slow as hell. But if you're on like a Magna Rotor, it's gonna be quite a lot faster because it has wheels. Wheels give speed. You can also ride on Omega, and that's awesome.
I'm gonna have such an issue fucking figuring out what I want to ride on that game.
Probably
sure
Fenrir.
Some adorable things. So there's gonna be some probably adorable things that I want to ride.
You're probably gonna pick Fenrir. Knowing you, you're probably gonna pick Fenrir.
Just because I like Fen doesn't mean...
No, I mean, compared to some of the other options, you're probably gonna pick Fenrir.
Or I could just walk.
Yeah, nah. That's not a very good idea.
I could just walk.
Does not recommend.
I assume that sucks, makes the stack suck.
No, walking is slow as hell, so it could take you a few minutes with a joyride mount. It could take you a lot of minutes without one. Because walking is not very quick. Joyride is marginally faster. Joyride on a speedy mount like Fenrir or something that's machinery is a lot faster. Honestly, if I had to give like a vague guess as to what I think you might have on your team when you get this, like not for an early game team, but for maybe a later one, me thinks that at one point your team is going to be Rain or Lon. I don't know which one, because that's pretty much up to you, because they have the exact same stats. It's just boy or girl, and you can change them with mirror jewels however you want. One of them as the large. What do you mean, wait, what?
Change them with mirror jewels? What do you mean, change their gender? Wait, what?
No, change their stats.
Oh, okay.
And they're
like you could just change their gender? That sounds kind of strange.
No. You can change their stats. So like,
but God, that's just.
So like, if you want Rain to be heavy on spell casting, then you can increase her magic stat, so that, and give her really strong spells so that you can magic well.
Is that how you can like catch things that were really low level, even though you're at the end of the game if you missed them, because you can change your stats to be way weaker?
You can't make them go.
Towards the thing.
You can't necessarily make them go down,
but you can arrange them.
Yeah, you can increase them. The way that you would make them, quote unquote, go down is
just by pumping something else up.
Make it so that your overall stack power is very low. So like if Laud and Rain are say level 90 each, then make sure that when you want to capture something that suggests, hey, hit it, or something like that, then you'll want to make sure that you unstack. Because if you unstack, then their stats are just their stats. It's not like...
They're not boosted in.
Yeah, because the way that stacking works is it compiles the stats of everything in the stack. But I think... I think you're... I'm fairly certain I know at least one of your stacks for endgame. I don't know both of them, but I definitely know one of them. And one of them is... I'm not going to spoil what the final thing is, but there's going to be a Mew and Tama as a stack. So with the Mews, you can make it so that you have like a small or a medium Mew, and then Tama is a small stack. So you'd make, say, Rain or Lawn into your large. So your goal for that would be you'll get it by the end of the game, I'm sure, but your goal would be to get the Mew its final stage of evolution. Because the first one, which is the Mew or Reaver Mew, It's cute, but like it's not good. Its medium is cute and okay, but not the best. But its final form, which is still a medium for some reason, is really good, and you love them, so it'll work out.
Funny, because I don't actually know what one that is. I don't think I've ever heard of a Mew, aside from, you know, Pokemon, duh.
But yeah, that's pretty sure that would be one of your stacks, just because of what that stack would have in it. Like, saying it as Mew, which is the very, very first variant that you can get of that creature, doesn't help you at all. It wouldn't help you if I said the other three variants either. It's the last one that would help you, so I'm not saying it.
Gotcha.
The last one would pretty much tell you exactly what it is.
Ah! Second claw! Ah! Gotcha,
But,
well, you're called a gotcha, but please let me go.
With that stack, there's actually something that may change later on, like much later on in a run.
Post game.
Like, you'll get to the end game, and then maybe it'll change. But Tama's next stage is a large stack instead of a small stack. So you could swap it out so that instead of having Tama as your small, you'd have Tama as the large, and Rain would be the medium, because those are your two options for Rain and Lawn. Either they're small or they're medium. And then you can figure out what you want the small to be. Which it could still be the Mew, because those do have a small state. They do have a small state, so you could use those. Or you could use something else. There is, as weird as it is, there's a variant of bombs. There's 3 evolutions of a bomb, which is Bombino, which is the Babu. There's Bomb, which is obviously the medium, and there's King Bomb. And yeah, and it's small for Bombino, medium for Bomb, and large for King Bomb. But like, they all do different things, and they're all useful in their own ways. It's just very strange that the ways in which they are useful. So, like, something you always want to make sure you have is something with Stroll. Or, like, Stroll is something you always want to have at least one thing on your team with, which is usually something most small units have. So, that's fine. And then Joyride is usually on medium and certain large units, so you can kind of work around that. And then there are certain things that you need for puzzles, which I had a problem with in this run, which was, there was an instance where you need an ability called Zap, which means you need a small electric element Mirage, which should immediately tell you that there's also one for Fire, Sizzle, and Ice,
Frost,
which is Chill. So your goal would preferably be to have at least one thing with each of those abilities, just so that you don't get screwed out of it. Yeah, so that you don't get screwed out of, say, hey, there's a puzzle here. Oh, I can't beat the puzzle because I'm missing a single Mirage that has this one ability that I don't have at the moment. Because that would immediately cause you to have a very bad day very quickly.
Doesn't Tama have access to fire?
You'll actually have to let me look at that one, because I don't remember.
Oh, because the evolutions change some of their attributes sometimes.
Not their attributes, but I genuinely just don't remember what she has as abilities. Okay, she has Foxfire, Libra, Cure, Stroll, and those are her basic abilities. When she evolves, though, you get Joyride, Regen, Raise, Blaze, and an ability called Blossom Storm. Can confirm that her evolution is the nuts. In a very good way. Because I was playing on my account earlier, and on my actual Scutahawk account, I have her evolution, and it is so good. And there's actually something you see that acts as the kind of tutorial, which shows you, hey, I am not the only one with a fox. Like, Tama is the only Tama, but Tama isn't the only fox.
Yay.
The only thing is the way in which you get the other fox is kind of bullshit. There are two.
Oh.
One of them is... One of them is just straight up difficult, and the other one isn't so difficult as much as it is annoying because of what you're supposed to do in order to get it.
Gotcha.
Because normally it's just simply, hey, you want to catch the Mirage? Cool. Punch it in the face till it gets low, and that's usually enough. But sometimes that isn't enough. Sometimes there's a little extra step you have to take in order to get it, like casting a certain ability, like on the elementals. If you were to capture one, you would have to use its element on it, and then it would let you capture it. So, like, if you wanted to capture Ifrit, you would burn the hell out of Ifrit. That a good idea? Oh, hell no. But that's what you gotta do. But, there are others that require you to inflict a certain status effect. And it doesn't keep any of the statuses in the game out. So, they all count. And as I said, Doom is a status.
Yay, Doom.
So there may be a Mirage somewhere that, in order to catch it, you have to inflict Doom and then capture it within 30 seconds. Because Doom has a 30-second timer before you're insta-dead.
Can you slow down the ATV gauge? Because if you do that, usually Doom slows down.
Yes,
having a fast ATV
and
gauge is super
no.
bad because Doom instant drops, basically.
So,
if you have Doom.
The way that it works is if you use the fast forward function while Doom is active on a target, the target is still afflicted by Doom, but all forms of time are sped up, whether it be the turn order or the countdown to something happening. So, if you use fast forward while Doom is on something, whether it be your party or an enemy, then Doom is counting down along with that fast forward. If you slow it down, then it's much slower, however, so is everything else. But, like, on a first run, like your very, very first run of the game, the only time you should ever really use fast forward is when you're grinding, because other than that, there's not really any reason to use it that often. So, like, if you get there's certain, like, quests that people around the kingdom, around the world of Grimoire ask you to do. One of them might be something like, hey, find me, I don't know, 3 fire spellstones. Just an item that does fire damage. So, just having 3 of them on you, you can complete that quest. But some of them might be like, hey, there's one where that we got, I think, early in the stream, where it was like, hey, go and kill a certain number of enemies.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you abuse fast forward like crazy, because otherwise, holy shit. Because there are certain quests like that where it's like, hey, go kill enemies, but it's a rare enemy, so you just kind of have to keep going at them until you get there. However, by the time they give you a quest that says to go and fight a rare enemy, you get a mirror jewel called Lure, which is effectively, which is effectively increased spawn rate of enemies, which is good. So it's just a matter of the way in which you want to go about doing it. Because as lure is a thing, obviously, there's also the opposite of what lure would do, which is stealth. So you have your increase the spawn rate of enemies and decrease the spawn rate of enemies.
Back in my day, it wasn't called stealth, it was called piss water.
Yeah, back in your day, we had sweet scent. And honey.
I'm not talking for Pokemon, there's actually...
I know.
There was actually... I think it was Lufia? I think Lufia defined it as literal piss water, like foul water, and it's like, foul water, huh? Found by a monster. It's piss water.
But yeah, that's the idea. If lure is having honey, stealth is carrying around a jar of your own urine.
Oh.
Or of something much scarier as urine. It depends.
Yeah.
Depends on the lore you're looking into, but
anything carrying a bottle of fucking T-Rex piss on me is a good idea.
How did you get that? You don't want to know. I kind of do.
You see,
I kind of want to know how you got close enough without getting eaten to get that.
My assumption is that it was dead. My assumption is that he was dead and it probably cut it open.
Then my question would then level up to, how were you not scarred for life?
Well, that's why he said you don't want to know. Because of the lengths he had to do just to get piss water. And then to find out what it does, no less.
He would have had to...
He obviously knew what it did, so...
He would have had to, yeah, he would have had to be attacked at some point during the adventure. During his time on the island, he would have had to be attacked so that he could find out whether or not carrying a large vial of just dinosaur piss is something that can save you from other more aggressive dinosaurs.
Yeah, it gets rid of the little ones and then brings the big one out. Great.
It's gonna bring the big guy. What do you mean it's gonna bring the big guy? I said it's gonna bring the big guy. The fuck do you mean? Summons Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, that's what you mean. Shit.
Did I stutter?
Bitch, did I stutter? Obtained an elixir. I have no idea which side goes in which direction. So I'm doing a lot of praying right about now. Does this just put me over there? It does. I obviously don't remember the chain roads, so I'm learning. Well, there's a lot of buttons, and I don't necessarily remember what each of the buttons does. I just remember there's a lot of buttons. If only because I'm at the end of the chain road and I've pressed many buttons. on a pretty neat note, like, doing pretty great in terms of progression and stuff. However, I want to finish the zone that I'm in. I want to finish the chain roads, because we want to make sure when we get to the next part, we're like, that's actually its own thing, because I'm pretty sure that if I ended it now, next part might not necessarily be a very long episode. Maybe. Castle X9. Interesting note. Castle X9 is like two things at once, and it's weird. There's two versions of it. The one that you see in plot, yeah, the one that you see in plot, like, you have to go there, it's part of the story, you need to do it, which is the one we're going to now. But if you notice anything, this is an RPG, it's a JRPG, and it's a Final Fantasy game. So there's also a super dungeon. Unfortunately, this is also the super dungeon. Quite fortunately, yeah, there's like a second version of it. So it's Castle X9 plot dungeon, and then it's Castle X9 again, but not, yeah, the super dungeon, which actually doesn't look the way that it does when it's the first one, like the first time going through.
Are you sure it's not just reuse assets?
Yes and no. It is, but so it also has some unique things. Like there are things in Castle X9 when you see it the way that you see it the first time, that's completely different when you see it in post game. It's just a matter of how things change. We are now in Castle X9, also known as in a weird way, we are now in Castlevania.
Is that Dracula's castle? It only appears once every 100 years. Shit.
Exactly. So, the weird thing
it's rumored to appear every 100 years. It's not true. Even though it's been happening for the past X amount of centuries, you guys know the fucking date when Castlevania pops up
at this point, yeah, at this point you could just pop that bitch on a calendar.
They terrorize you and murder the crap out of everything you know and love, except when a Belmont comes by and sometimes saves you before he
unless he's smashed.
Yeah. Unless he's
thanks, guys. Thanks, Netflix. Trevor, you alcoholic cunt.
I mean, after all the things he's been through, I'm not surprised.
It makes a lot of sense, but still, no, Trevor, you alcoholic cunt.
You have no idea what the kind of shit I've seen. You drink too. You want a beer?
You wouldn't, because you're Kiba, and Kiba don't drink.
Hey, if I had the option, I'd consider it.
So if you came to visit, me, and I gave you a glass of a mixture, you might drink it.
No.
No, you told me to go fuck myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I said if like Alucard, if it was like to me like Alucard, like
meets Alucard's voice actor.
So you're like, you know what? Maybe.
You deserve a beer. I
Mostly
do.
Because I'm probably too awkward to actually talk to people correctly.
Until you drink liquid courage. That also makes bad ideas seem good. It's the same thing. I didn't even get a no. Just, yeah, it might be. This castle is stupid.
This battle is stupid.
It is. If you were to look at the stream real quick, you would see what I mean. I'm low-key swimming downward in a vertical palace.
Oh, that's
like a palace that goes up.
Yeah,
sort of. Yeah, gravity in this place is screwed up.
I'm going up a down castle.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Do we mean down and up castle? No, we know what we said.
Yeah. We know we sound crazy.
Let me listen. It's probably not going to sound good, just like the last one, but let's find out.
When the stream turns into I am Venom. We are Venom.
Wait.
We are Legion. We are many. You are but one. No, that's Ermac. Well, that's also Legion, but it's Ermac. Legion given name.
Yeah, I forgot we get to go through that.
Get to go through what?
Monsters Inc. I forgot Monsters Inc. is part of KH3.
Yeah. Wait, why did I remind you? Wait a second. How did me quoting Ermac and by...
I'm watching a video.
Okay.
It happens to be a song. Which is why I said, let me go through this again, and let me, hopefully this one doesn't suck, because the other one was mad.
I was like, why did me quoting Legion / Ermac remind you of Monsters Inc. in Kingdom Hearts? That doesn't seem right. Real quick, awesome note for the people watching. If you get Omega God, if you're ballsy enough to try and kill him, and if you can succeed, you can get the Meteor Mirror Jewel. Which is very nice. And very much so something I'm probably going to put on, I want to say, Rain. Yeah, screw Banish. Banishra. Now this smallish girl has Meteor! Because that's so much cooler and more useful. Yeah, so we have Meteor now. Oh, right, I forgot. Screw this map. So, you know the typical, hey, you're playing an RPG, therefore the right way is always the wrong way to go first? I'm gonna take your silence as a yes. In this map, you know how in RPGs, the right way to go is, for the first time going through a level, is always the wrong one? Like, if it says story is over here, you want to go over there first?
Yes.
Yeah. So, in Castle X9, it's still normal, it's just it dicks with you because there are certain areas where it's like, oh, I've been going in this kind of direction for the majority of the map. Okay, well, now I have to go, like, I'm going to keep going in this direction. Oh, this direction keeps going. Was it the other way? Because it all kind of looks like the same confusing bull. Unfortunately, it doesn't change. This map is always confusing. But on a neat note, I have Meteor on Rain now, so she can just use that. A wolf knows better than to bare its fangs at a behemoth.
Okay, also, just to point it out, if you decide to look at the Kingdom Hearts theme that we got,
which I do intend to do,
Riku's Keyblade kinda looks like Fenrir, but it's not. So I'm curious as to what the fuck happened to the Way to Dawn, because I'm really sad he's not holding that.
Maybe,
also,
maybe there's somewhere in the lore, maybe it's just like, oh, by the way, he doesn't have this Keyblade anymore.
There's no reason for him to have the Way to Dawn.
No, let me finish, motherfucker. What I was gonna say is, maybe there's an explanation somewhere in the lore of his, because, isn't there an explanation that Sora's Keyblades kind of evolve?
He no longer has the Kingdom Key, he has, like, the Spellbender, but different.
Evolve?
Yeah.
Maybe Riku's did the same thing.
But that's what I point out. Well, no, I guess the
that's not completely out of there, because it could it could happen.
Birth by Sleep, they had...
Oh, fuck Birth by Sleep, man. That entire storyline of every game in it is just stupid, confusing, and it sucks that there are random games that actually matter a lot in plot.
Compared to some of the other ones, apparently, according to a lot of people.
I mean...
Like, that's the last good one.
I'm not opposed to the card game, but I'm also insane, so... Yeah, I got nothing.
I really okay. I was a kid when I played that, though, so I'm not,
I was an adult.
Like, I don't know if that's just, like, nostalgia, like, that's all I had to play, so that's why I played it. Also, that was the first game I wanted to play as Riku.
It's not bad if you go back to it. Like, it's actually a solid game. It's just, it's weird that it's A, a GBA game, and B, plot relevant. Like, it actually matters, but also it's a phone game, or not a phone game, but it's a Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah, it gets erased. So the only thing you really need to know is the things that happened to Riku and the King that got them into Organization
kind of happened,
13,
but didn't.
Sorta, kinda, and then what happened with Naminé, Roxas, and Gang, which is part of 2. So
in short, there's gonna be a lot of contrived bullshit.
I think there's already enough contrived bullshit, so
yeah.
No need for
unlimited BS.
What happened to the story?
Fuck it.
Just stop paying attention, please.
Stop listening, you crazy people. Gaia's Wrath.
You know we couldn't keep it straight. You know.
People watching, shh.
Huh?
Nothing.
What do you mean, shh? What did you do?
Nothing.
You fucked up, didn't you?
Nope.
He fucked up.
Nope. It was for you, if anything. But yeah, shh. No, nothing happened.
Huh?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
What did I do?
No. It's not what you did, it's what I did, but it's something that you would want.
Does it involve me?
Cause it was something that you would.
Cute.
No.
You fucking did, you monster.
You would have to look and find out, but it's already over, so you'll never know.
Son of a bitch.
You'll never know until
you can rewind that shit. I could hit that thing and hit the rewind button.
Go for it. Do it. You won't. No balls. Fight me.
Indeed.
Indeed, I do have no balls. Kiva 2019 confirmed. No balls.
To a point, that'd actually probably be better.
I'm sorry.
Not like I need them.
Does your girl not?
Kids.
Does your girl not complain about female problems often?
I mean,
I'm gonna take your intense silence for so long there as a nah.
That depends on how you. That depends on your perspective. No, she doesn't actually complain about it specifically, but I know that she's complaining about it without knowing, or she's saying it directly.
She's indirectly complaining.
Mm-hmm.
She's complaining not to me necessarily, but she's still complaining. You want to know what happened, Kiva? The reason why I said shh. Shh, don't worry about it. You want to know what happened?
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna... now I feel like I need to get you the game.
I'm getting to it. God, I'm just gonna wait for it to go on sale.
Well, if you would remember to explain the thing to me, maybe we could figure it out.
I'm super confused.
You mentioned a thing the other day for Switch, and then you never explained it, so... I know it's a thing, I just don't know how it works. As I am Scott Hawk, and man, I suck.
Oh, that whole thing.
Yeah, but we shouldn't explain that on... We shouldn't explain it on videos!
I have a feeling that that's a thing that you can only do if it's a local thing, not if it's a...
Well, it would be worth a try now, wouldn't it, Seto?
I mean,
ow, my ribs.
Showed it off and how it works. So
yeah, but Game Explains, not me with only my like a little over 100 followers. They're a big important channel. I'm not. They also get copies of Nintendo games sent to them. Yeah, nah. Yeah, no. I don't think I'm gonna get ever into that. I don't think I'm ever gonna get there. I'd like to. I'd like to get to the point where companies
don't have the
send me
to be a reviewer.
Bite me.
You're not as much of an asshole for it.
Anyway, it's not just reviewers though that do that happen.
It's mostly reviewers.
Mostly, but not all. It's not only reviewers that get them. But like, I would like it if I ever got to that. However, my chances of getting there are very slim. If only because instead of like normal reviews like Johnny and Cat Icarus, where they actually review a game and just have little snippets of the game playing in the background, I play the whole game on the channel and then I give my thoughts at the end in the credits. So technically I still do it, I just take a really long time to do it. But with the setup that I have us trying to do now going forward, there will be a lot more coming out. It's just I still have to get to the end of stuff, which is obviously something I'm not very good at, especially with certain games where I'm just naturally bad and I have a really hard time getting to the end in the first place.
And that's just games in general. Like, I can play puzzle games, but I'm not going to enjoy it for the most part, depending on how, like, what kind
No,
of
I don't mean that I don't enjoy it.
are.
I mean that sometimes I get stuck, and then I stop playing for a bit, and then I forget where I am.
What happens at the Germany?
No, not really. No, I suck. Happened again.
Not having determination doesn't equal suck. Not how that works. You dropped one? You haven't dropped one in a while.
I might actually, looking at the time, I might actually be able to finish Castle X9 if I go for a little longer.
Well, that's up to you.
I mean,
here.
until you're not.
Man, I can't be here forever.
Says you. You could if you tried. You don't have enough determination.
No, it's called work.
Ah, shit. I found the right way. I didn't want to do that. Man, I wish this fish was faster. Like, I want to finish the level, but at the same time, I actually want to get the stuff in the level because some of it is very good stuff. Like, there's a Mega Elixir I just picked up. that's something I want to have. It's very good. I guess before I kill it. Sea worm, 70k HP, or 7k HP. Just getting its health low is how you get the Prism immunity. But I already have one, so die! I actually am starting to think I should swap out Titan for Modwin. I don't actually know why I haven't done that yet. I just haven't.
Oh, never mind. Thank you. He still has it.
What?
Has it.
What?
He still has the weighted on. Still has it. The very last fucking cutscene of this song shows an almost fight scene.
Hi, my name is Kiba. I'm totally not crazy.
What?
It helps if you explain it instead of just saying it repeatedly.
Fucking the song, the last cutscene that they show from the game shows Riku pulling out the weighted on, which means that it is still in the game, or at least in the game's coding.
Or it's just in that cutscene because those aren't always on in-game engine.
I mean, everything's in in-game engine now.
Because the in-game engine is also just made by Disney.
It's all the same
for
style,
certain games, it might as well be.
But the only really way you
made
can tell
by Disney. No, it wasn't. Says you.
Really, for Kingdom Hearts, the only thing that's really been in-game engine is Sora's clothes in 2 and what Keyblade he's been holding. Like, those are the only things that needed to be rendered slightly different, which makes certain cutscenes a little weird whenever,
Pinions.
what?
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming.
In Kingdom Hearts 1, when Riku Ansem fucking attacks you, there's a hole in the metal chocobo where his fucking Keyblade would have went right through in the cutscene, but because it's just rendered that way, it still acts as though it's a solid object.
I have so many items at max, so there's so many chests that I'm opening that I just can't get the items for because I already have a maximum amount of them in my inventory.
Is that one of those, it goes back in the chest or it just gets blown?
It goes back in the chest. Which in a way kind of sucks because that means that if you want to get the trophy for opening every chest, you need to go and use the item or discard some of the items and then go back and pick it up. As we are where we are, I don't need to do that. Like, I don't need to go for the trophies, so I'm just gonna keep playing like usual. But like, if you wanted to get the trophies, that's how it would have to work. You'd have to either consume or discard one of the items that you have maxed out, and then just get the new one.
Ooh, cool, he did another anthem.
Mother...
Nice.
I'm gonna start growling at the video game, Kiba. The worst thing about this level isn't even the fact that it's confusing, it's the fact that there isn't a map. So the one thing that's kind of your semblance of, hey, this is the way you go, or this is the way you don't go, doesn't exist. And that makes 3. I think that's all of them? I don't remember. But they all give armor gems, so they are obviously worth offing. Because armor gems are very important.
I mean, it's also like half of Armageddon, so, you know.
Armor gems are very important because that's how you do some of your side quests, as well as they're important. There's certain the intervention quests, the like extra stuff. That's how you would do those, is with armor gems.
Is it just like a set number unlocks them as you collect them, or is it like you use them as you want to do those quests?
what would happen is if you got, say, say you wanted to do the Bridge of Woes, that's costs 2 armor gems to do the first time. Then if you beat it, you can do it over and over again as much as your little heart goddamn desires. You just have to, for your very first attempt, would cost. Thing is, if you fail, or if you die, or whatever, it counts it as you never used the armor gems to begin with. So
it refunds you, and then you have to pay again until you beat it.
Yeah. So you get to keep going without having to keep grinding up for them because there's only so many in the game, kind of thing.
It's probably not a super excess amount in order to actually...
Yeah. Within your base run, like of just going through plot, that's there's so many you'll get, and it's enough to do all of the intervention quests and get all of the champion medals. Once you get to a certain point, I don't know what Maxima does other than it adds some of the new Mirages, Noctis, some mini games, and a new mechanic.
Yeah.
I don't know if it affects the Armor Gem stuff at all. I mean, fair. I am no good on my own. That goes without the saying. I really hope it lets me do something before we get to the end, because I have access to the secret area of the castle, but I can't do it because I don't have any Seraphones on me because I forgot to go and buy more. And apparently the save ain't for a minute, so that's kind of unfortunate. And once again, there is no goddamn way to find out where the hell you are in conjunction to the nearest save. Alright, last one, I think. Oh, right, I just noticed something that's really not smart of me. Oops.
What the hell did you do?
So there's a cutscene that just happened, and when said cutscene occurs, something happens with your party depending on who is in your party. So as I didn't remember that was even a thing, I kind of dicked myself. So Lon's a little bit weaker than he should be.
Should be.
Yeah, because he's missing part of his team. So, yeah.
Oops.
So now, in order to fix it, I need to add a small. I don't know which one, but I need one. That'll have to do it, I guess. It's really sad that I can't Madawin's actually not necessarily better for me because of how I have Lon built. I have Lon built to be like a heavy physical attacker, but Madawin is actually more magic based than Fizz. which is kind of unfortunate because he's also the evolution of Titan, but because of how I have Lawn built, it's not good for me. However, for Rain, he would actually be amazing because she actually wants that magical damage. Unfortunately, Rain's currently rocking the Undead Princess. Where the game. I was trying to go back a little bit so I could go and actually open up that secret area I found. But because no map, I think I'm past where it was because no map. So unfortunately, I have no way to find out. Nope, I'm not too far. Because I added something to my stacks, or to my team, strictly so that I could actually get into the damn thing.
Gotcha.
However, that doesn't really work if I don't add it to my team, because I didn't necessarily remember to do that. Mimic Jackpot weighs more. Undead Princess gets us to 125 with a weight of 12. Obviously, I'm trying to do lots of things here, but like, I want to make sure that I get to show off like as much as I can. Because technically we are in the final stretch of the game. Sort of. 2 Mega Potents, 2 Mega Phoenixes, and 2 Remedy Pluses. I think that's technically the secret area for Castle X9.
It sounds like some good stuff.
I mean, you get Remedies Plus, which is, I'm pretty sure, Remedy, but for everyone on your team. And then Mega Pots and Mega Phoenixes are full heals. So, yeah, that's by base awesome. Mega Pot is a full heal for everyone alive. Mega Phoenix is a full heal revive. So, if they're dead, they come back with full HP instead of some other variant portion, like...
Wouldn't it only really matter if your stacks are done, or whenever you stack, do you have to revive everything one by one and restack?
The way that it works is, if you're unstacked, like if when you die, your stacks are obviously broken, but when you die and your stacks are broken, using a Phoenix item, whether it be a Phoenix Down, a Phoenix Pinion, or a Mega Phoenix, will revive everything that's dead. So that's neat.
It's just the percentage of HP.
Yeah, it literally is just how much health they get back from the revive. With the Phoenix Down being the smallest amount, Phoenix Pinion being like half their HP, and Mega Phoenix being the entire damn bar.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, I'm like, how do you differentiate that shit?
It's a matter of how much they give you. I think it's like 15, 50, 100 in the way that it goes off of like percentages of how much you get back. But in reality, when you're playing, you don't notice the difference until you get to the end game.
That's the only time when it matters.
Depending on how you're playing, that's the only time you should ever die. If you're playing like a goddamn lunatic, then yeah, you're probably gonna die a little bit. But if you're, you know, being intelligent in any possible way, like you're abusing weaknesses, you're making sure your stacks are easy. It's just a matter of, you ever played Pokemon before? That. Now we get to see Alan doing some nifty things. Like Soul Arrow, apparently. Up. Well, ain't that a kick in the dick? Alan just got blasted.
Why was he kicking in the dick? Doesn't feel good. Doesn't check it. Hi, puppy. What's up? Down. Just gonna lay down. Just gonna lay down.
Oh, this is gonna be the saddest way. I just realized. Oh boy, I'm gonna end up. This is gonna make me seem like kind of a dick. You know, things.
Kill people.
To be fair, I'm never not necessarily killing people.
I'm just hitting them with the other one. That's how it scares. They're so dead.
Alright, let's start this with Ultima.
She's just popping out the big guns, huh?
Yep. Like 17k damage to each target. Alright, Knight with the Golden Mask has 23,159 HP. Is left with 5,302. Now I'm going to Libra the Plumed Knight as well. And then nuke her with Lawn. Alright. Plumed Knight is 22,930. Left with 50,37. Alright. Time for a Chaos Wave! God, that looked cool. Didn't do shit for damage, but God, that looked cool. Didn't really kill anything like I needed it to, but it looked amazing. Which is really upsetting, because Maduin has such high magical damage. I have Beyblades in the stack as well, which makes the magical damage have over 1,000 points into it. Didn't even do 25k. Whap, whap.
Disappointing.
Alright, this is the cutscene we have to shut up for.
Okay. That's not surprising to hear. The Anthem demo being 6 weeks behind the current build that their people are able to play right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's not surprising. It's called the stable build.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
There's an instance where, when in this flashback, it shows a baby behemoth, and it is fucking huge. It is a doggo that is 6 feet at least on all fours. Yeah, it's a big boy. God. Oh, wow. Dick. On as a psycho. Oh. I'm glad this is an FMV, but like... Yo, man.
Or?
Doesn't have enough belts.
It's not an Nomura design. There aren't enough belts. I think it's Nomura, right?
Eh. All I know is not enough belts. God, I wish that was something we could use. That'd be great. Oh, this is gonna be a this is gonna be a stream to remember with how bad it's gonna be when I end it.
Why would it be bad?
Cause I'm technically at an ending.
Oh.
Sorta. Unfortunately, we may or may not have fucked up in a minor way or a major one.
Oh,
depends
no,
on your perspective. Do you care if I spoil the bad ending for you?
Fuck it, I do.
You do care, or you don't want me to spoil, or you don't? Okay. Okay. For everyone watching, you know. You know. Oh, you know why I'm a shitty person.
My response is, God damn it, Skill.
It's not even something I could have changed, because there's the way that the game works. the first ending is guaranteed. The second ending is dependent on it's like you can get the first ending and that can totally be the ending of the game. But if after you get it, you decide to continue from save, you can get another ending. I won't say what they are, I'll just imply that the one we're getting now is really shitty, and the one after is significantly less. God. It's time for a death battle!
No.
Hmm? That's pretty much what's gonna happen during this.
Said death battle.
That's effectively what's gonna happen. Alright. It's the best because right now for my 2 stacks, they're set to being the chibis. So
by tiny little creatures.
Yeah, there's like these super intense emotions going out. Meanwhile, they're like 2 inches tall. They're like 2 inches tall and the least threatening thing in the world. Alright, this is the king of Bahamas. He's actually not that strong.
Yeah, actually sucks. I'm sorry.
He sounds super threatening. He just
isn't.
Could be worse. We fought Omega God and beat the crap out of him. So yeah, but yeah, that's he's his health is 23,610. Omega God, I think, was like 48,000 or something. And he has way more defense, so when you auto him, it doesn't actually, it does maybe a few hundred. Like, Blaker says, watch out for that queen. That's pretty much what it is. There's a cracking sound and like a stutter when he goes to move his head. It's unsettling.
Interesting. A cracking and a stutter.
Like he goes to crack his neck and there's like a stutter as if something is actually cracking really hard. And there's the sound of him cracking it. It's unsettling. Oh dear. Oh, poor dude. Oh no. Oh. Oh, I forgot about this part. No. Oh, sadness. Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. Here comes the tears.
No.
Yeah, that's sad. It's a real heckin' sad too. Alright. Unfortunately, that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed that ending of Worlds of Final Fantasy. Sad as it is. I could do my review, but you can't leave a girl crying. So we'll be back next week to fix Rain, because holy shit, she's broken. And Tama is sad, and everything is sad. So we need to fix it. But we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do that next week. So, with that, hope everybody enjoyed. Comment on what you thought of the ending. Like, subscribe if you're new. Check out the links in the description below to the Facebook, Patreon, where you can support us and all that we do. The Discord, you can chat with us, send fan art, whatever. And Twitch, we will be streaming there tomorrow for maybe some Secret of Mana. I don't know. And yeah. So with that, if everybody enjoyed, good night and good luck.